What's going on, everybody? Welcome into What You Heard.
Yes, sir. We are back with another one.
And we're doing something a little different today.
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Bittersweet one. We had planned to do this, to do an album from this artist.
We were planning on doing a review.
A throwback review. And the untimely news of the untimely passing of DMX. We have changed what we were going to do. We were originally going to do an album from DMX, but we're going to do just a little tribute and kind of talk, about what he meant for us growing up.
Right, dude, yeah.
What his music has meant, the type of person that he was, what he meant to the industry, to the culture. So this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk about some songs that we love, some albums that we love, some influential stuff that, just he's how influential he was and the music icon that he was.
Yeah, man. It just, I'm so sad that he's gone, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we need more, but we do have a great collection of music, and it will live on.
Yeah, it
will
live on. It'll live on forever.
And so, people can go listen to it and dive into it. I know I was diving into some stuff. You were diving into some stuff.
Yeah.
We were thinking about our pasts.
Crazy,
I mean,
man.
it was just a crazy, emotional roller coaster
for sure.
Going through all these albums, man. It was just so fire, dude.
Yeah.
It was so fire. And, so I'm going to get started, man. For me personally, when I first heard of DMX, it was off of And Then There Was X, his third album.
Right.
Which released in 1999.
Right.
And it popped onto the scene because it was Party Up, the song Party Up, man.
Yep.
And, at that time I was still, slowly getting into hip hop.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd listen to hip hop, but I really didn't dive into hip hop.
Full albums like that, yeah.
He was one of the first, man.
Yeah.
Between him and Outkast were my first full-length project,
Yeah.
getting into hip-hop, listening to the albums.
Yeah.
And just fire, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, X was one of those ones, man, he just had so much presence on the mic, man, and just really kind of changed the game in a way, because a lot of people definitely early on compared him to Pac as far as the image, but he was a lot different. He was the same in a lot of ways and a lot different in a lot of ways. And the one thing was, look, the guy had a unique voice.
Oh my, I love his voice, man.
A unique style of flow. Let's talk about that too. It was I saw a clip from Trevor Noah, an old clip that he had posted on his Instagram, Trevor Noah from The Daily Show. And he said, DMX was so fire that he literally barked on songs and we ignored it.
We did, man.
Nobody said nothing about it.
What was I can't remember the track now, dude.
The dogs is out.
The dogs.
Yeah, the dogs is out.
He
hook, lived the hook. He's barking.
The hook is
and the dogs is out. And it's fire.
Oh, dude, it's so fire, dude. So good.
Yeah, man.
Again, what he meant to me, dude, as getting into hip hop. Like I said, really getting into hip hop. Really opened my eyes to what hip hop was, in the late 90s for me, because I was just coming out of high school at that point, experiment, everything, when you're that young, 18, 19.
For sure.
And so that was my genre, dude, is the 90s. So
for sure.
It's rock,
90s,
it's
90s,
hip hop,
2000s.
it's it's everything. It's the alternative, the R&B from that era is just
fire,
amazing, phenomenal. And he's a part of that.
He's a huge part of it. And when we talked about doing this tribute, we kind of both went back and even when we were just talking about doing a review and we were kind of going back and listening to albums, it was like, man, he was a huge part of that. And the one thing I told you, I said, I don't think he really got enough credit for his resume, for his musical resume.
Right.
Because he consistently dropped fire albums.
Consistent, dude. There was
fire albums. Not songs, bro.
Right. Albums.
He came out with 2 albums in 1 year that are considered, at least one of them, if not both of them, considered hip hop classics.
Right.
And one was his debut. The second one was his sophomore.
Right. In the same year.
1998,
man.
Yeah. It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. So for you to do that out the gate, and then the next year drop, and then there was X, which has so many fire classic tracks on it. And then 2 years later drop The Great Depression, which is, I think that album was actually like a transitional album.
The Great Depression?
The Great Depression.
Okay.
I feel like after, and then there was X. And then he took a 2-year hiatus and then dropped Grand Champ, which,
oh boy, yep.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, man! Like Grand Champ for me, like how you said, okay, so and then there was X, yeah, for sure. But I was real young, so that was probably the first time I really fully listened to DMX was, and then there was X.
Okay, yeah.
But the time that I was like, yo, DMX is that dude. Great Depression was great too, but I was still learning hip hop too. I was so young that I was still learning.
Right.
You know what I mean? And in 2003, I was, I don't want to age myself, but I was like a sophomore, something like that in high school.
Okay.
And Grand Champ came out. And this is right in the era like 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
50 Cent was, yes.
Diplomats, you know what I'm saying?
Dipset. You had all the groups, dude.
All the groups.
Murdering. Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, dude. Yep.
And this album did not disappoint, like from top to bottom. There was so, like, I used to be getting ready for games. And the dogs is out. Like, oh, yes, they are. We about to be out here.
Oh man,
you know. So, yeah, man. And look, his resume, man. It's incredible. Year of the Dog again, like
right. Yes, dude. Yeah. So my favorite album is The Great Depression.
Okay.
And it's just sentimental, man. Like there's really no, you pick any of them.
Right.
I literally pick any of them, and you say that's your favorite one. Cool, man. It's just mine because it was, like I said, it was that full project that I really listened to, and I can't remember who turned me on to DMX, man, back in the day. But anyways, I got that album. Man, that thing did not leave my CD player for a damn near a year. You know the six discs.
Yeah, the rotation.
It was in that rotation.
In the rotation.
You know what's funny, man? If you guys are old enough to know, you take out, just do whatever, and then that one would always stay in there, but I would replace all the other 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, oh, okay, this one, I can't get out the Great Depression.
Yeah.
That one's staying in.
That was Grand Champ for me.
Yeah.
That was Grand Champ for me.
Grand Champ is still phenomenal.
No, yeah, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like you could pick his first 5 albums,
right,
and just go crazy. And Year of the Dog again was crazy. That was in 06. Mixtape was crazy. I never really quite listened to Undisputed, and so I definitely want to dive into that a little bit more. But yeah, it's crazy because like just now I'm thinking the full resume. When you talk about when people talk about their top whatever, right? How many rappers, hip hop artists have a resume this deep? Deep.
Yeah.
Like the first and only person that maybe I got to think about it a little bit more is Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Of the consistent fire albums. Like Jay damn near didn't disappoint on any album that he ever dropped.
Right. No, you're right. I'm agreeing with you on
and
that.
And multiple albums, like not just 2-3 albums, like You got 5, 6, 7, 8 albums,
right?
And they're all fire. How can he not? Like in my mind, I'm like, damn, now I gotta really push him up there as one of the GOATs, bro.
He's one of the greats, dude. For me, he's one of the greats. You know,
it's crazy.
If we ever decide to do a list, we'll do a list for you guys. Maybe one of these years, one of these days, one of these months, something like that. But he's definitely in the top, right? In that top 20 somewhere,
bro.
Maybe even top 10, bro.
And look, and I'm not. I hope I'm not being PON, prisoner of the moment, but and you guys drop some comments down below.
Oh, for sure.
But really, like when you really and we were talking about this earlier. Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think his addiction played a role in how the mass majority saw him as a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Not in a negative way. It was just always like, yeah, but. You know, there was always this feeling of, but there's so much more he can get to, and I agree. As great as he was, I think he still had so much more to accomplish.
Oh, dude, what was the track he was just on with the Locks, the Locks album?
That,
bro?
and he had the one on the Burner album.
The Burner, and I was like, bro, are we getting a DMX album?
We
coming
really
up?
thought, yeah.
We both were talking about it at one point, and we were like, bro, we might be getting a DMX album pretty soon. He might be, you know,
just catch.
I don't know,
getting his feet back.
Yeah, let's do a couple features or a few features. Who knows? There might be actually a few more features out there that'll be dropped. Right?
Has to be.
So we'll see. And maybe he was working on a project, and maybe his estate or whatever will put that out. I don't know. We'll see in the near future what what comes to fruition with that. But man, dude. Just something different, man. He stands apart too. You know, he's one of those unique guys, right? In music, in any genre of music, right?
Yeah.
Where he doesn't sound like a copycat from
There's nobody
else.
that sounds like him, bro.
You know?
Like the closest thing you could say is Ja Rule. And he was still so much different because he was more like of a singing rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna say,
Ja Rule had that like more R&B-ish side to him, even though you know Ja Rule spit some bars and stuff like that. But he had that more R&B stuff.
But my question is did DMX get overlooked because of the addiction? And the other thing too, as I brought up, he was super accessible.
Yeah,
he was super accessible. Like he would just be out and you'd run into him like. The homie Dizzle was put a story today. He was like, oh, we were at a QT and he was outside and he was like, hey, you guys, whatever you guys want, from QT. Like this was X. Like he was just out and about and would kick it with you,
right? And
have a full on conversation with you, man. And by the end of it, you're like, damn, I know your family, you know mine. You want to come over?
Let's kick it.
We making collard greens later. Come on over,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man.
I think he just got overlooked in the addiction. And I'm guilty of it too, because when I went back and listened, I'm like, damn, he was so much a part of me growing up in hip hop.
Dude, I got chills, dude, when I was
so much.
I was like, it was
you
bringing
almost
back
take it
emotion.
for granted.
Yes,
it was like,
dude.
damn, he was killing it for 10 years, killing it.
Yeah, dude, he was, man,
crazy,
dude. Let's talk about a couple songs.
Yeah, man,
just a couple little songs, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Dive in a little bit to just a couple of our favorite tracks that that we love, and the first one I want to bring up, man, is the one he did with 50 Cent, man.
Oh, Shot Down,
That's bro.
Fire, bro.
First of all,
50 Cent and Styles P was on there too. That was a crazy track.
I miss 50 Cent, dude. After
that 50, yeah,
that 50 Cent, dude, is just but. The combination of them, that song is fire, dude. It is so good. It's so well done.
Fire.
By the way, I have to say, dude, even in 1999, because sometimes you'll hear some albums from back then and you'll be like, the production's a little...
Right.
dude, as going back and listening to some of the, dude, nothing dropped for me, dude. Like I was
Ridiculous.
like, bro, this shit is crazy.
And that was like
man.
that was like the real era of Swizz. Like when him, like DMX and
Thanks for
Swizz
bringing that up, dude.
were
Yeah,
just
'cause
killing it. Like
killing
damn
it,
near
bro.
every time they did a track together, it was incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like you got X gonna give it to you. You got X gonna give it to you. You got what's my name? Like
Yep.
what y'all really want? You know what I'm saying? What?
Bad.
You know what I mean? So fire. That one's fire. Rough Riders Anthem. The
Rough
video,
Riders Anthem, bro.
the video of him at Woodstock performing that. The crowd is like
That's
literally going like never ends.
Like chills, man. It's
It's ridiculous.
Bro. It's so crazy.
You feel like DMX had the world, like the world was at this concert, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd's rapping to it. Man, and he had so many classics, bro.
Dude, so
So
go
many.
back and you're like, what? You just keep
Man.
going like, I can't believe he had that many. You know?
Man.
It just one after another, and just fire.
Where the hood
dude.
at? Where the hood at? Like, come on, man.
Bro.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. It's
dude.
too many.
There is too many.
Who we be? Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. They don't know who we be. Like, so
Yeah, bro.
fire, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Lord,
so
give me a
good.
sign. Slipping.
The one I was telling you about earlier, dude, Damien 3 for me, man. Where
Yeah,
it's
the Damien series is crazy.
Yeah, dude, and the the play back and forth,
Yeah.
and the way that's produced and recorded.
Yeah.
I would love to see that way that was recorded, dude.
Yeah, man.
Because I just love the sample in that. It's fire to me. But anyway, that's
Again,
not,
like another kind of pioneer where he was like doing back and forth with himself.
right. That's like J. Cole stuff, dude.
Man.
Right?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
going back and reviewing it, it's like, and you know, man, I hate that we do this, that we do it after death
I know.
all the time.
You know what? You know what, dude? We need to make this kind of a better or a series for us.
Yeah,
dude.
we should do a little tribute. Yeah,
should.
Yeah,
We-
just pick somebody we're gonna tribute.
We talking
every
business on the
Yeah,
show, but
yeah,
but
yeah.
seriously though, man, we really should, because we were talking about it back when Kobe died, and we were talking
said the
about
same thing,
we were
bro.
saying, man, we got to give people their flowers when they're still alive,
for sure.
and that's something we got to do.
We
man.
gotta
we
do
got
it.
to be better at that.
We
I
gotta
think
do it.
We all need to be better at that, no matter the problems of his addictions. It's unfortunate that he succumbed to that,
Yeah.
and he passed away from that. I hope he rests in peace, man. I
For
really
sure.
do,
For sure.
man. And if you guys have problems or please reach out to somebody, reach out to an organization. There's so many options available. Sometimes they're
Yeah.
they don't seem like they're there, but they are there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
For sure, man.
But
Yeah, man. Shout out to the legend DMX, man. And thank you for everything that you gave us musically and inspirationally through the things you talked about, and the example you said as far as, going through struggle and strife and bouncing back, multiple times,
I mean,
man.
you hear
Guy
it in
had a
his
tough
music.
life, man, but he freaking fought like no other.
Right.
And
I think Dizzle said it good, man. His music was dark, but it had a lot of meaning in it. In
For
that
sure.
post, and I was thinking about that, what he said in that, and I was like, it is kind of dark. There are certain songs that are, again, it's like him and the devil
he wasn't
having a
afraid.
conversation.
He wasn't afraid to go to that place to really see where it's at.
Yeah. And just getting over that and stuff like that. Bar spitter, man, just so good, man.
Yeah.
Please go listen to some DMX out there.
Yeah, go bump that.
Man, DMX,
Run that up.
Gosh, we thank you for all the music and all the years, man. Just really appreciate all the music, and we'll be
sure.
rocking it for me rest of my life. I'll be 80
sure.
years old if I make it that long, still rocking some DMX, bro.
Man, for life.
So anyways,
Nice.
you guys stay safe, you guys stay positive.
And as always, rest in peace, DMX.
Rest in peace. Peace.
Peace.